There will always be those who try to build a wall between our spiritual needs and our physical needs, between our spiritual wants and our physical wants, between the physical world and the spiritual world. The problem with that is that in the Lord's Prayer, Jesus takes a sledgehammer and he knocks that wall down. There is no distinction between the spiritual and the physical in Christian faith. The one miracle that appears in all four Gospels is when Jesus fed the 5,000, feeding hungry people. After he had raised a little girl back to life, he looked at her, leaned over and said, "Would you like some breakfast?" When he was going through Jericho, he looked up in the tree and he saw a man hiding there. It was Zacchaeus. He was a tax collector. "Zacchaeus, come down. I want to have dinner at your house tonight." The night before he was executed by the Roman Empire, Jesus could have done anything. He did pray, after all. He prayed by himself. But what he wanted to do was spend time with his disciples in what we now call the Last Supper. He wanted to eat with them. Jesus wasn't just concerned with people's hearts, with their souls, with their spirits. He was concerned about their bodies, and particularly with their bellies. Give us this day our daily bread. Did you hear that? Us and our. One form of that word or another appears 9 times in Matthew's Gospel and 7 times in Luke's Gospel. The Lord's Prayer has an usness quality to it. I know that's not a real word. I like that word, however, usness. It has a social dimension, a communal character. The Lord's Prayer reminds us that when we're traveling on this journey of life, we travel together, not by ourselves. We need one another. We are invited to share what we have with one another, to take care of one another, to pray with one another. Here's a question for you. How then are we to pray for the 842 million people today who do not have enough to eat? That's 1/8 of the world's population. And how are we going to pray for the 45% of the world's children who die every year of malnutrition between the ages of 1 and 5? That's 3.1 million children every year who die of issues related to hunger. How are we going to pray for them? I once served a small church that had a very large heart for the hungry. They did many things throughout the year to reach out to them, including one Thanksgiving, gathering a lot of groceries together, several carloads. We loaded them up. We took them to the food pantry. We took them inside. It so happened that that day a Girl Scout troop was helping to sort out the groceries and put it on their shelves. They saw what we brought in and their eyes got really big and said, "Oh no, not that many, more food to put up." They put the food up, of course. The director came out. He thanked us for our contribution. He then asked, "Did you bring any flour?" "No, we didn't have any flour with us that day." "Why?" "No, just wondering. We're running out of flour." "Okay, thanks. Have a good day." "Have a good day." We went out to lunch, of course, afterwards and enjoyed some very good food. But over lunch, we kept thinking about flour. We kept talking about flour. And then they decided that we should go to the grocery store and buy some flour. And we did. We bought 400 pounds of flour and we took it back to that food pantry. They thought they were helping to feed the hungry. What were they really doing? They were teaching me how to pray. Take care.